drama with Paro. We're going up into Canaan to bury Yaakov Marat Machpelah. What happens? There's 36 kings that are approaching to wage war against Yosef and Mitzrayim. Okay, they knew Yaakov died. And they said, just like we thought Paro would want to keep him in Mitzrayim because he's the good luck charm. Now that they know the good luck charm is dead, they want to try to take on the world power. Because don't forget, Egypt has all our money. They're the only ones that had food, and everything was given to them. So now we want to rebel. We want to get our money back, and we want to take over 36 kings. Okay, this is what's up. Kulam la milchama ba'u. These 36 kings came, and they all came for war. Kevan shera'u kitro not Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim is going up to Canaan, Eretz Israel. As they're coming up, you have 36 kings from the surrounding areas coming against Paro to trying to start trying to wage war against against Yosef and Mitzrayim. So once they saw the crown of Yosef hanging on the Aron of Yaakov, on the body of Yaakov Avinu, they all became they got flustered. Each one of these kings removes their crown and puts it on the Aron of Yaakov Avinu. Okay? From a movie. We're gonna use the music, the background music.
Oh, you want music now?
No, I don't like that. That is not my thing. I don't like that stuff.
Were they not more afraid of the fact that Paro
How you doing?
to ensure that Yosef would return
Sometimes
to
it's just fun.
Egypt had throngs and throngs and throngs of military that escorted Yaakov to...
They're going to bury. They're not going to...
No, he was escorted 100% from the Midrashim that Paro
So fine,
sent...
but the 36 versus 1, I mean, it's a big deal.
No, but Paro sent his best of the best plus.
Fine, so did the 36 kings. What do you mean?
Yeah, but they were starving already.
No, they were poor, but I think they ate. No, by the way, hello, excuse me. Totally not.
It's over.
It's over. For 17 years, it's over. So they gained weight. Everywhere, yeah. The famine stopped completely. 17 years. Okay, so then let's see. Again, what does the Gemara Sotah say? It says they...
17 years. 5 years, it was still going.
No. 5 years. No, 7 years of good, 2 years of famine. Yaakov comes, famine ends. Yaakov is there for another 17 years.
Right.
So, whoever was skinny gained a little weight by then. COVID, we all gained. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't get rid of my COVID weight. Still can't get rid of it. So now, what's the question? The question is, everybody with me?
Yeah.
Good. So again, what's the question? If the reason why they came was to wage war, so the Gemara says why they go to war? They were trying to prevent Yaakov from getting buried in Marat Machpelah. They were looking to stop Yaakov from getting buried in Marat Machpelah. All right, who says this? The Maharsha. The Maharsha says these 36 kings came to prevent a ploy. Why a ploy? A ploy is doing one. It's like a fake out. Why is that a ploy?
It was like a plan.
It was a move. They were pulling a move to try to stop him from getting there, to slow him down, because it wasn't Asaph going there.
Right. So, yeah. Well, the 36 kings were different, but yeah, that's a separate thing. Let's see. So, what's the question? All right. So again, the whole purpose of why they're coming. What's your name? I'm sorry. Mashem Shaka. David Shaul. Okay. Half of everyone knows him as Charles. Half of everyone knows him. This is what it is.
Shaul is the name, right?
Shaul. Yeah. So look.
Shalamela.
Can we move on? We got my name down. We're good now. We're all on the same page. Should we start on Mordechai?
He's next week.
Yeah, right. Very good. Okay, look again. So they all come to wage war, once they see the crown of Yosef on the Aron of Yaakov, everybody removes their own crowns and put it on the Aron of Yaakov. The question is, if their intention was to come for war, right, in order to stop Yaakov from getting buried in Marat Machpelah, why would that stop them and turn this whole thing upside down? And all of a sudden, everybody's singing together Kumbaya. It makes no sense. You're coming to wage war. Now, all of a sudden, you see the crown of Yosef on Yaakov's Aron, and all of a sudden, everybody takes off their crowns and put it on, and they start eulogizing with them. What is that? What does that have anything to do with anything? It makes no sense. Okay, look what it says. V'yesh lomad.
It's like when they went to kill David the Melech and everybody that was approaching started to prophesy.
Yeah. I don't remember that. When was that? Who's the Navi guy?
Say again?
When they were coming from Shaul, they were coming to kill David the Melech,
Yes.
and everybody that was getting, they were getting close, and they would start to prophesy.
Right. They all started prophesying. Yeah.
I remember
That
that.
was how it was back in the day. They all just used to.
No, they trained. Look at Shemuel.
No, but they were on
Tell
that level.
Shaul, go, and you're going to find a bunch of guys singing and trying to reach Nebuah. It's a school for Nebuah. It's not easy. All right. So because without this Gemara, it's hard on Yosef. Kashia Yosef. Why? Why did he put his crown on Yaakov's Aron in the first place? What Aron is when a person gets when they carry, they put him in a box. Okay, so they put him in a wood box. Why? Because you have to know whatever you have in this world, you're not taking with you. The only thing you get to take you to Olam Haba is your Torah mitzvot. Not cars, not watches, not jewelry.
You said that tzaddikim, their whole body goes up.
I never said that. The neshama goes up easy. The neshama goes up easy.
You said their whole body goes
Never.
up.
No, the body's in shema. It's in the ground.
Chesed Mason.
The Hat HaMetim is different. So look. So without this Gemara, it's a question on Yosef, because why would he put his crown on Yaakov in the first place? Why? Because doesn't it say en shilton b'yom ha'mavet? There's no rule on the day of death. Meaning you're putting your crown on Yaakov to symbolize what? When a person's dead, there's no kings, there's no side, there's no nothing. What does this have anything to do? So v'sarich lomar, what do you have to say? What's the reason? In order, he wanted to put his crown on the Aron of Yaakov to show that Yaakov Avinu didn't really die. What? Tanit. We have a Gemara Tanit. Tanit, right? It says, right? What does it say? Right? Yaakov Avinu lo met. Right? Vehu siman muvhak shebdavka hu ra'ui likabev. This is a specific sign that he's worthy of being buried in Marat Machpelah, as we will see in a minute. We're not explaining why. All we're saying now is putting the crown on Yaakov's Aron is a siman mubhak, is this clear sign that he's not dead and he's worthy of being buried in Marat Machpelah. We didn't get to why. I didn't get there yet. But just this is what he's saying. The question is, why do we need this Gemara? How does this prove what made them see Yosef put his crown on Yaakov's Aron? What gave all these kings a turn of heart? That they all of a sudden took their crowns off. What do you mean, crazy? Taking the crown. Moshe Rabbeinu was on Paro's lap and knocked the thing off because he was just playing with him, and everybody freaked out. They're like, "Oh my God, this guy's gonna take over!" And then you have 36 kings right now and taking the thing and putting it on the thing. Well, it doesn't make sense. So we have to say this. Why? Because if we don't say this, then it's a question on Yosef. Why would he put it on in the first place? We know there's no rule when when he's dead. So what is he putting on the Aron of Yaakov? It's weird, right? So we have to say that Yosef is trying to hint that Yaakov never died, like it says in Tiny. Because if you look at the words of Yaakov dying, it doesn't say that he actually died. Vayikva. It says Vayikva. Right, Vayasa. We go straight into it. Right, it doesn't say that he died. Right? So, and because of that, it's specific that he's worthy of being buried in Marat Machpelah and not Esav. And not Esav, huh?
No, it's telling them to be patient.
When these kings saw this, they understood by themselves, oh my gosh, she's not dead. So hold on, we'll get there. He just told you to be patient. Look, they need to, and by the way, when they saw this, they became afraid, right? And because they became afraid, because why is he in a box if he's alive, and if he's dead, but he's alive, and he's Yosef? By the way, Yosef, you have to understand who he was. He's the ruler of the modern day world, and he took off his crown and he put it on his father's Aron. That's no small thing, okay? And we know that there's on the day of death, the crown is being worn on someone else already. The body's not even cold yet, right? And then, but yet he is putting his on the Aron of his father. Everybody gets afraid because they know you don't do that. So since you don't do that, they all freak out. They put their crowns on the Aron. Okay, let's get there. Okay.
Basically, Yosef was doing it maybe to trick them.
Now we got to know why.
Right.
We got to know why. That time who? Now this is big. This is big. The three fathers, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. You know, Adam and Rishon made a very big sin, right? He ate from the Etz Hadat. He was in Gan Eden. He wasn't in this world. He was in Gan Eden. Can't have Gan Eden and be physical. He was in the spiritual world. He sinned, caused all spiritual catastrophe to happen, and here we are today. Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov fixed and was metaken everything that Adam and Rishon did. How?
The Yaakov was dead. How you saying that? Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov.
Because Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov fixed when they were alive. They did so many mitzvot and they had all the right thoughts in the head that they fixed the avirot that Adam and Rishon did. Which were the sins that Adam and Rishon did? Avodah Zarah, Gilui Arayot, Shevichut Damim. Let's see.
The three sins.
The Asara Ma'amarot brings it down. Look, Avodah Zarah, we have to look it up. But it's known. Gilui Arayot is because for 120 years he wasn't with his wife and he had Shikla Zera Batala. For 120 years. No, I said that's Gilui Arayot. Shevichut Damim. I think I know what Avodah Zarah is. I have to think again. Shevichut Damim is because he killed all the Zera that he spilled. And Avodah Zarah is something there also. I forgot what it was. I'll tell you later. Like Asara Ma'amarot, right? Okay. Again, and what? Veshivhan Shela. And by the way, who's the praisiest of the praisiest of the Avot is who? Is Yaakov. Yaakov is like it says in the Zohar. It says in a few places, by the way, that Adam and Rishon, he held on to the Ilana de Mota Le'ama. He caused the tree of death to come into this world because that's how we got death. And what did Yaakov do? He grabbed onto Etz Hayim. He grabbed onto the Torah. He grabbed on different than what the other Avot did. Okay? Why? Grab it. Yeah, you can open it. It's right there. Take this thing. So why? So he showed that Yaakov grabbed on to the Etz Hayim. So that's why the Zohar in Vayishlach explains that anybody that has a dream of Yaakov Avinu, guaranteed longer life. That whatever you were destined to, 120, all of us.
It's like the antimatter, like Yaakov is the
Yeah.
antidote to.
Just like Yosef is to Esau, by the way. We learned that together too.
Remind me?
Yosef, remember the brothers sell Yosef, they shech the Seyirizim. Remember? Seyirizim is Esav.
Right.
But the ox is Yosef. Yosef says, I can handle it. The Achim said, we got plenty. That's why the side of Mitzrayim is holding up the ox's leg, the right leg, right? When they make katreg on the B'nai Yisrael. It's crazy. Right? It's crazy stuff. Okay, so back to Arinyan. So you see from here so far, we're learning that the Avot, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, were metaken the three cardinal sins that Adam and Rishon did. Right? Like Sarah Ma'amarot actually have it. If you want to look it up, you can do it later. Okay? And we know that Yaakov is the best is the most praisiest. Right. Is the choicest of all the fathers. Which, by the way, yes, Midat Shema, yeah. Or that we're going to get to that also. We're going to get to that also. All his lineage was Shalem because everyone else had issues. OMG, no way. No, come sit a minute.
I can't.
Yo, stop with your wife. Do me a favor.
Yeah, you're a big talker. Big talker.
What do you got there?
I got a collar for your wife.
Oh, that's very nice. Who made them?
They're baking for the Chayalim.
Yeah. Does Ellie Stone know? Ellie Stone, could you text him? He texted me. A guy had a stroke. He recovered. He's an unbelievable baker. He texted me today. I asked my wife. She didn't answer me. Ellie Stone, could you text him? I'm not kidding. Could you remember this?
So what?
He has a guy that really wants to bake for the soldiers.
Oh, okay. So they need, they're making Shabbos.
So we don't have soldiers here.
Oh,
Why you give me this bread?
The wife was collecting from.
No problem. We are an equal opportunity lender. We don't ask questions. Okay. So now, wait, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes and you're done. Fair enough. Now we know. So by the way, now you understand why the Avot are buried with Adam and Rishon. They're all buried in Marat Machpelah together. Why? Because they were the ones that were mitaken of what Adam did. Yes, yes.
Machpelah, yeah.
Right. She'avot tiknu pegami shel Adam lishon min ha'ra'ui. It makes more sense. Hu sheyu nikbarim etzlo b'ma'ara. It makes sense that he also should be buried with them in the cave and not Esav. Because what did Esav do? He muftarized everything he touched. He made everything bad. Yaakov fixed everything he touched. So yeah, Esav has no right or has no ability to be buried in Marat Machpelah because he didn't do anything for Adam Rishon. His eyes, not his head. His eyes. Read the Gemara. His eyes. The Gemara says that the Hushi, right? This Hushim, the son of Dan, okay, take a staff, not a sword like we all thought, okay, and it's in Sotah. And he hit it, but he hit it so hard, it said that his eyes popped out. And his eyes rolled in, not his head. We all thought head. Maybe the Midrash says head, but the Gemara says eyes. I'm just saying what it says. Okay.
That piece of Gemara on the cover there.
Is it?
There's a tune, yeah, and there's a whole text over
That's good. That's good.
And it says the eyeballs are here.
Okay. So now it makes sense. It makes sense that Yaakov Avinu should be buried and not Esav, because Esav didn't do nothing. Right? Right, Dov? Right, he had his bed his house was complete. He had 12 whole children. Abraham had a problem child. Yitzhak had no issue whatsoever. Everybody was whole. Right? Like the other avot, right? It says the Gemara Tanit, Mazaro b'hayim afu b'hayim. What does it mean that he's alive? If his his lineage is whole, that means he is whole, he's alive. So that's why the Gemara says that he's considered alive. Two lines. Yaakov, he's not literally alive. He's not. He over the dog. No, he's not doing that. It is because the Pesukim say when the Pasuk says Vayikva and Vayamot. If you look at Yitzhak and Abraham, it says Vayikva Vayamot. They say two things. Okay, but by Yaakov it just says Vayikva. Right, and then it says Vayisiv Elamam. So what's the issue here? The issue is that Yaakov is whole. So the fact that he's whole, there's no better hana'ah that any parent can have when he sees all of his children that they're all whole. Bloomberg, you agree? Inshallah, God willing, if it's the Zechut of Zera Shimshon that are learning, you should know what it says in the beginning. Okay, where I'm repeating it a lot, that your eyes should see your children and your children's children, right? Surrounded, around your table, hachamim and nevonim, but your houses should be filled with only good, only money, only kavod, and v'lo yosifu mizarachem. That should not part from your zera, which means what? It means that when a person that has that is still considered alive even when he's dead. Good.
Quick question.
Yes.
Very quick. Was the crown carried with him?
No. Highly doubtful. No.
Wait,
You can't.
Okay.
You can't even bury it with your socks. We know this from Montefiore.
Yeah.
You know that story of Montefiore?
Yeah, in his will.
In his will.
Yeah.
He writes in his will he wants to be buried with his black socks. My favorite black socks. Guy's a quadrillionaire.
Rothschild used to go in an open grave to keep himself humble.
That's crazy. Like the father probably did, not the son. The father did that.
There
So
was-
yeah.
there was
But then he sends a letter, but a lot of guys don't know the story. So he writes in his will that he wants to be buried with his socks. The rabbis, Havidah Kadisha says absolutely not, no way. Whole fight doesn't happen. Good. A letter arrives like a couple of days later or something like that from the father. He planned this. And he makes and they open up, the kids read the letter. And the letter says, you see, I'm trying to teach you. You don't even get to take your socks with you. It's a true story. You don't even get, Yossi Sosa told it to me. You can't even take your socks with you.
No, there was a guy, a very famous guy. He was a very, very, very wealthy guy. And he wanted to take everything with him. Everything.
No.
His wife got very upset with this. If he's going to take it, she's going to leave him nothing. So she figured the coffin was open. She wrote a check for everything it was worth. And
They put it in there. Very cute. You know, did that also Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar, before he died, he had so much money. He made 2 giant copper boats, put all his money in it, and sunk them to the bottom of the ocean. He doesn't want anybody taking it. Nobody can have it. Retarded. People are crazy.
Trying to avoid the estate tax.
Well, it is a killer. All right, so we're ending here. Ve'od lefishu gemara tikun. That Yaakov was specifically the one that finished the tikkun. Because what did he do? Abraham did avodah zarah, right? Yitzhak did shefichut damim. He sacrificed himself on the altar. What did Yaakov do? Gilui arayot. Right? What does it say? We knew Yaakov that the 30. So how did he mitaken gilu? Oh, he married the sisters. And it wasn't really marrying sisters because they each converted. And if they convert, they have no parents. So they ain't sisters. It's amazing.
Right.
They're not even related.
Right.
It's it's unbelievable. You see it? When you convert, you don't have any more siblings. You disconnect yourself from your family. So even if they're sisters and they convert, it's not like they continue going in the path of sisterhood. They're two separate people now.
They made a choice at a certain point in time. They ran away with Yaakov together away from their home. They did. They made a choice.
They did in the Sadeh. We can follow you. And also, what does the Iyun Yaakov say? Iyun Yaakov is written about, I think, in year 17 something. It says the 36 ketarim that were placed on the Aron is the name is for Pa'amayim high. 18 high. To tell you what, that he's high ve'olam hazeh and he's high ve'olam haba. Why? Because his children are whole. If his children are whole, therefore he's still alive. He's not dead. So if you're going to try to kill him and prevent him from being buried in Ma'at HaMachpelah, it doesn't work because he deserves to be buried because he's metaken. He did, and he was by the way, even more than that, he was the last guy to be metaken. More than Abraham, more than Yitzhak. All right, and what did he do? He did the Gilu Arayot. And therefore, you can't cut off his lineage.
What do you mean he did?
He metaken. He's metaken. Our job in life is to be metaken. Our job in life is to fix. So figure out what you got to fix, boys, and you got to fix it. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen. Look alive.
Yay.
All right, 2-minute break.
Wait, so just, I don't want
Yeah.
to cut you through. What was the putting the actual tarim?
To show that he's not dead. To show that he's not dead.